Let's bring it. We got no sour buddies. Let's go hammer those things over there. Holy moly, are we awake? Are we awake? Let's go. Good morning. It's Sunday. Wake up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The old time change. The old time change. Holy moly, Batman. Who thought they slept an extra hour today? Come on. Come on. When you woke up, did you say, oh, I got an extra hour of sleep, but why don't I feel different? Rick O'Gallo, good morning. Yes, it is. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Patron got the sour buddy, the first one. Thank you, my patron. I appreciate you. Good morning, FNP. Be nice. How are you over there? Are you related to D Nice? That is the question. The Whip Zone, Russ, you get all of that in the VIP. Now, when you go to DeVosTrading.com, it's more simple than ever. I mean, if you can't figure that out. Let's go, my beauties. Alex, good morning to you. How we doing this morning, everybody? Let's go, let's go. We got a lot of sour buddies on the board before we get started. We don't get the sour. I got to travel today. So if we don't get some sour buddies going, we just get off. It's that simple. Tracy, how are you? Travis, good morning to you. You're not related. Be Nice is not related to D Nice. All right, I had to ask. You know what I'm saying? I had to ask. Chris, I don't know what you're saying, man. I don't know what you're saying. You got to put that sentence together correctly. Good morning, my beauties. Are we ready for the market tomorrow? Who's ready? Who studied this weekend in the VIP? It is now has a better chance of being green tomorrow. Put me in the chat. Or did you just do what you regularly do on the weekend? Absolutely nothing. You're going to lose tomorrow. It's going to be another red week. You know, is it the Groundhog Day effect there? Let's go, my beauties. Bill Boyle. All right, we're not getting any sour buddies. Maybe we should just get off. Good job, user. Maybe we'll just get off and I will hit the road. Let me check with the wife here. Thank you, Patron. I appreciate you. The wife is going to make the call here. Mr. SLG, Sue Felicia, how are you? How are you? Somebody help Patron! Patron! Boom! Thank you, my Patron. Tracy, how are you over there? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, traders, good morning. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Voss. I've been doing this 21 years. It'll be 22 years in next month. All we ask that you do is tap the screen, share the live, and donate if and when you can. Okay? If and when you can. I have hair for now. This will be all coming off soon. Don't worry. All right, Miss Market tomorrow. Here we go. This goes to tell you a lot about society. This time change thing, everyone's a mess this morning. Crawling out of bed. I've been up since 4 a.m. with the time change. I'm just lazy. And they wonder why they are where they are. All right, here we go, Miss Markets. As you can see here, this is the daily. Right here, back to the heartbeat. Okay? Right here, back to the heartbeat. Right here, back to the heartbeat. Right here, where do you think we're going? Where do you think you're going? Right back to the heartbeat. That way, my beauties. All roads lead back to the heartbeat. Over and over and over again. Okay? So tomorrow on Miss Market, we are in a narrow state. Yes, it is. Don't be surprised if you get a gap up. Okay? Don't be surprised if you get a gap up tomorrow morning. And hold on, if you get a gap down, you're down here, my beauties. Let me put this up for you. Don't be surprised if you get violence back to the upside tomorrow. All right? You have to know the big picture, traders. Okay? But in the end, it's based off your state and your position. So we're going to put the whip zone in place right there. Narrow states. If you open right there with a beautiful event, are you going long? Yes or no, my beauties? Can you go long out of this narrow state? Good morning, Tracy. We aren't in anything right now. The market hasn't opened yet. Sue Felicia's going long to the upside. QB number one's going long. Angel Whispering is not going long there. Angel, we got to teach you how to trade, okay, my baby? Bill Boyle's going long. Of course you're going long above that whip zone. The people who said no, they're not going long, they don't know this one important thing. They have no idea what position means in the market. Okay? They don't know what position means in the market. Remember yesterday, traders, 3 things we must know in order to be a successful trader every month. You got to know your state, you got to know your position, and you got to know your market cycle, okay? We know our state for tomorrow, and we only have 7 positions we can be in tomorrow. I showed you one just now, all right? So keep that in mind. Now, my question to all you beautiful traders out there this morning, if this red candle right here, what part of the market cycle are you in? On that red candle right there, as it's moving up and down, what number in the market cycle are you in? Good morning, my beauties. Candy! Boom! Cycle 2? No, that's wrong. Thank you over there. The Master Lycas, thank you for the chili. Patron, thank you, my brother. You are in position 3 right there. Correctamundo. That is position 3. That is cycle 3. Now, let me ask you a question. This green candle right there, what number in the market cycle are you in? What number in the market cycle are you in? No, the cycle doesn't go up to 6. You got it, Alex. You are in cycle 3. W's in the chat for Alex. Let's go. That's a VIPer right there. VIPer who knows his market cycles. Do you know your market cycles? Okay. So tomorrow, my beauties, we will be in this narrow state. If we open right up here, are we going long to the upside? Who's hammering that beautiful candle to the upside? Who's going to the moon? Let's go. Yes or no in the chat. Who's going long? Angel Stu says no. Patron says no. We got a mirror in here. Penny's going long to the upside. Penny. Oh, that's why you're not making many pennies. If you go long up here, my beautiful Penny, you are going to go back down this way, okay? So, Penny, what you want to realize is this would be your gap up. Now, don't look at this as a candle, Penny. Look at this as the gap up. That's just a gap up, okay? This is your candle. If you open here, you're not going very far, Penny. How come? Why aren't you going very far? Because the farther you get away from the heartbeat, the higher the percentage that you're going in the opposite direction. All right, my beautiful Penny? So now, but Penny, you got to know your 50% retracement level. Boom, right there, 680. So, Penny, if you come back to the downside here, as long as you stay above 680 with the proper event and the proper state, you can look for a long back to the upside. Under 680, Penny, lights out. You're coming back to the top of the whip zone, okay? You're going to look for your break of structure play under 680. So under 680, we're looking for the BOS, okay? Under 680, we're looking for the COR, the cycle out reversal. If you stay above 680, Penny, you're looking for that A-plus setup. Good morning, DW. Mr. Gene Adams, hello. Yuli. Don't forget over there on the YT, Super Chats are available. What market? This is the farmer's market. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for those follows. We got a lot of sour buddies. Candy, J, L, Haba, boom. Thank you. Thank you so much. This one's talking about hard floors over here. Are you coating those hard floors? What kind of hard floor? Are they tile hard floors? Are they wooden hard floors? Are they Pergo? What kind of hard floors do you got going on over there? All right, what kind of hard floors? Now, if we go over to Netflix tomorrow, hard floors. They actually believe that. All right, here we go. Tomorrow on Netflix, you will be in that neutral state. Yes, it is. Now, my beautiful traders. Oh, this gets good right here. Only our VIP traders know this. Where's my powder? Is he in here? Imagine if you open up here to the downside. You know how many traders would take this long? Because they don't know their state. I'm salivating if we open up there in that position tomorrow on Netflix. But I'm not salivating to go this way, okay? I'm salivating to go that way, okay? Now, we teach you the what here on TikTok Live. The why is in the VIP. Now, remember, you got to know the why, or you ain't going to know what you're doing. You are going to head over to thevoshtrading.com. That is where you get into the VIP. That is where I am personally going to train you on how to be a real trader. You want to start having green months? Get in there. You want to start getting into trades and winning? Get in there. You want to start getting into trades and at least be able to put your break even in? Get in there. Okay? That's where you got to learn how to trade. All right? Once you're in and you start learning in our VIP, you say to yourself, everybody says it. Almost everybody. Why didn't I do this sooner? Travis, Mr. Dave with the $5 super. Travis with the $1.99. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate you. Hello, Herwin. Beginner friendly, Herwin? Very beginner friendly. All right? We have a lot of VIP traders that have never traded a day in their life. Okay? Now they've been with me 2 years, a year, 6 months. Trust me, you won't regret it. Trade in the trend, we'll just get rid of you. All right? I'm sorry, but if you can't handle the beast, you're just gone. See ya. Goo goo gagas. I'll give you your baby bottle later, okay? All right, here we go, everybody. Netflix, you are in a neutral state to the upside. If you open up here, you are not going long. If you open here, you are not going long. If you open here, you are not going long. Anything on Netflix to the upside, you are not going long, my beautiful traders, okay? You have to get narrow before you think of some longs. Now, to the downside, if you open down here, you got a problem. What's the problem with opening down here? If you hear that bell tomorrow morning and you hear this, look, are we ready? Are we ready? Most traders think they're bleeding out. They think they're going short. No. You have a problem here, Houston. What is the problem? You got it, Sue Felicia. VIPer. You are in a bullish state and in a bearish position. And as we know, a state always trumps your position, all right? There are reasons why you lose every day, traders. And in that VIP, we are going to make it crystal clear to you why you lose, all right? So on Netflix tomorrow, you ain't doing a damn thing at the open because you are in a neutral state. You have to wait till you get narrow, okay? Let's head over to Tesla. Yes, it is. Tesla! We are in a narrow state on Tesla. Now, this is interesting with Tesla. We're going to bring you back to the daily chart here, all right, on Tesla. Here is your daily chart, and currently your price action is in between your 20 and your 200. That's currently where you are. So on Tesla, if you open between there, you see how you're just clanging and banging in here? We got to get over. Now, I'm going to mark these out for you beautiful traders, okay? We're going to mark out these two levels on the daily. There they are right there. We're going to come back to the 5 minutes, okay? This is the one. You see what we just marked out off the daily? 411 and 390. 390 right there. We'll say 389, 390. We got a lot of chop happening in here, a lot of sideways action on Tesla the last few days, correct? A lot of sideways action. You're like, why is it so choppy, boss? Well, the reason you're so choppy is because you need to get over 411 to the upside or under 389 to the downside. You're stuck, my beauties. You're stuck on the daily between the granddaddy and the daddy. So every time you move to the upside, boom, you get rejected. Every time you move to the downside, bam, you get rejected. That is why. You must know the big picture, my traders. If you don't know the big traders, it's going to be a rough ride for all of you, okay? How many of you in here right now, all my beautiful viewers and traders, every day when the bell goes off, you honestly can say you know what you're doing? All right? Put me in the chat. Make sure we're tapping. We're only at 22,000 taps. Tap that screen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of not yous. And the me's in here are all VIPers because, of course, they know what they're doing. All right? So for all of you that don't know what you're doing, let's fix it together, okay? We want you to win. We want you to win, and we can make that happen for you, all right? So let's have it over to Nvidia. Yes, it is. So what do we notice about Nvidia? Holy moly. Nvidia, what do we notice? We don't use EMA's algo. What state are we in here? Holy moly. Always drink water in the morning. Very important. Gives you that energy. We are in a wide state. All right? We are in a wide state. So, this is our whip zone. Yes, it is. If you get a beautiful short to the downside with a beautiful event, are we going short there, my beauties? Look at that thing. Look at that beautiful candle to the downside. Who's going long? I mean short. Who's going short? You're not going short. Why not? Candy! Boom! Why aren't we going short? Tell me. Wide state. What else? What else is the problem? Wide state and what else, my beauties? We got one more sour bunny. Who's got it? Who's got it? Make sure we're tapping over there, YT. Make sure that thumbs up. Folks, you got to know what you're doing. All right? You got a whole number right there. Bam! Wide state trading into a whole number, not going to work out. So what I need you to do, traders, is listen. You have to know what you're doing at all times looking at this chart. The reason a lot of you don't know where whole numbers are, you don't know where your higher time frame support and resistance are, is because you have all this other garbage on your chart. You got RSI, you got MACD, you got volume, you got a VWAP that is useless, you got Bollinger Bands, you got all of this, you got trend lines flowing from left to right to left, horizontals going everywhere. You're taking your eye off the ball. Price action is king, not lagging indicators. Price action is king. This is why you're losing, okay? You're relying on all this bullshit, excuse my language, that already occurred. It already occurred. You're trying to trade on something that already occurred. Now, unless you can go back into the past. I mean, I don't know. I mean, can some of you go back into the past? Holy moly. All right? So when you become a VIP with us, a real trader, bam, that's what your chart looks like. Oh, you can feel the stress coming off your body already. Holy moly, boss. You can feel that stress. JV Joe, do I use TradingView to trade? Never. Never in a million years. I would give up trading before I use TradingView. Okay? VWAP is king. How long have you been losing, Beantown? You're from Boston, so probably a lot. Glocktor! Hello, Glocktor! Good to see you. Carla, the link is in the bio. All right. Now, let's go over this. Are we ready? How many of you, my beauties, have, let me do it this way. Boop. Let's make sure you can see it over there before I continue. Let's put it more in the middle. All right. How many of you have a equity curve that goes like this? On your journal, who has an equity curve that looks like that? Do you even know what an equity curve is before we continue? The fifth element with the $5 super. Thank you, fifth. Mr. Dave, there he is. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Any free VIP giveaways? No. JV Joe, if you can't afford $50 a month, you shouldn't be trading, my brother. All right? I don't mean that in the bad way. It's just the truth. I'm going to help you out here. Who has an equity curve that looks like that? Let me pull this up. Where is it? Let's see if we can find it, everybody. Of course, they don't have it here this morning. Hold on, my beauties. Are we ready? Let's see if we can find it. They make it so hard to find these things. It's insane. Oh, there's one. How about this? We got 3 gold mines on the board. Boom! Let's go. 3 gold mines. Mr. Dave. Yo! Look at those beauties. Andrew the Believer. Boom! Let's go. All right, we got to get rid of this Christian Cruz. He's talking about my hair constantly. He must be in love with me. All right, here we go, everybody. Who has an equity curve that looks like this? Who has an equity curve that looks like this? Finding it on your head. I know, because they're losers. Sue, they're losers. Christopher with the gold mine. Boom! Let's go, my beauties. Yes, it is. All right. They're looking for payouts from the government. All right. Oops, did I say that? Sorry. Okay, here we go, everybody. We got donuts on the board. If you have an equity curve that looks like this, that means you are losing every month in the market, okay? That is not how your equity curve is supposed to look. This is how your equity curve is supposed to look, okay? This is one of our VIPers. You see how their equity curve here is going that way? Right here, we are supposed to go in profit land. Yours is going down here. You see? Yours is going that way. It should be going that way. All right? Now, when they joined the VIP, they were red prior to that. Okay? So that is what your equity curve. Another VIP here, they were much more red over here. And then we got their risk management under control right here. As you can see, they worked hard, and now that's their equity curve in the VIP today. So we got to get your equity curve going in the opposite direction. Okay? Right now, you're going in the wrong way. You are going the wrong way, everybody. So we have to get your equity curve going in the right direction. So how do we do that, traders? How do we get your equity curve going in the right direction? Okay? This is how we do it, everybody. I told you we missed the mutants, didn't we? Look. Thank God they're back. Thank you, Learner for Life. Yes, thank you for contributing to the live. I appreciate that. Keep tapping, Learner. Okay? Keep tapping, please. Please keep tapping. All right. We have to work on one thing and one thing only. This is the only way we're going to get your equity curve going the correct direction, and that is risk management. All right? So right now, we're going to focus on risk management because a lot of you need help with risk. So when you get into a trade to the upside, how many of you, number one, are entering up here, and how many of you are getting out down here? Put me in the chat. How many of you are entering way up there and getting out way down there? Put me in the chat. Let's go. Beto, yes, you got it, Beto. Very good, Mister. Who told you? Okay. Well, there's two problems you have going on here. Problem number one is you don't know the market cycle. So that's why your entries are wrong. Number two, You don't know risk to reward. So that's why your losers are so big. You don't know the market cycle, so you don't know where to get in, traders, and you don't know risk to reward. You don't know where to get out, traders, okay? And these are two things we need to teach you immediately. But risk is everything. So if your risk to reward on a trade that you are about to take is 50 cents per share, 50 cents, you are getting into a trade to the upside. We're going to teach you how to calculate your risk to reward before you enter the trade. It is 50 cents. Are you and now this stock starts coming down against you. Whoop, 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 whoop. Are you getting out at $1 per share? Are you getting out at $1 per share, everybody? Remember, you're risking 50, but now your stock is down $1. Are you getting out at $1 per share? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Andrew says no. Sue says no. Lee, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys. No, says the believer. John P says yes. He's risking 50 and getting out at $1. No, you are getting out at 50 cents where you said you're going to get out. Your risk to reward dictates how much you're going to win and how much you're going to lose. You know why? See, most novice traders, this is what they do. They get into a trade. They're in a trade. They enter. They have no idea where to get out. They have no clue. They're just hoping for a little green to get out for a winner. But if it starts going against them, they have no idea where they're getting out. They just think they're going to hold on for dear life, pray to the big man up there, and it's going to turn around for them. Okay? That's what novices do. You have to be a professional. You have to know what your risk to reward is before you get into the trade. Why? Why? Good morning, Florida Flex. Good to see you. Good to see you. Why do you need to know your risk to reward on every trade before you get in it, traders? Tell me why. Adorable Dad with the donut, Bill Boyle. Boom! Thank you so much. Let's see what we got here. Risk is what? No, market cycle. The market cycle dictates your risk to reward, okay? Now, the market cycle. What does the market cycle run on? What risk to reward does the market cycle run on, traders? It's amazing how many people don't know this, and they're trading. This is what is as scary as hell right now. K. Braden, thank you. Right. The market runs on a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio every single day. Sometimes will you get a 2-to-1? Very rare. About 20% of the time will you get a 2-to-1 on the market cycle, okay? So if the market cycle runs on a 1-to-1, what are you doing? Hello, Edie's. Sleepy night. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Love you guys over there in the YT. Your risk to reward is going to be based off 1-to-1. So if you get into a trade for a long and you are risking 70 cents per share, what is your reward? I'm afraid of the answers here. What is your reward? Put it in the chat. 70 cents. Yes. All righty. Good job, everybody. What's going to happen at 70 cents? As this starts moving to the upside, what's going to start happening at 70 cents? Who knows? Good job, everybody. I'm proud of you guys. Joey Bennett, thank you for the donuts. Appreciate it. Hammer those donuts, my beauties. A pullback, correct. So if the market runs on a 1-to-1 at your 70 cents, you're going to start to get a pullback. But you are going to be out of your trade, depending on the setup, okay? Now, the reason you're out of your trade at the 1-to-1 is because we don't know what kind of pullback we're going to get here. Could we get a nice, beautiful pullback like that? You stay in the trade, and then all of a sudden you go this way? Of course, but you don't know that. I don't know that. Nobody can predict that. So once you're out of your trade, if you do get that beautiful pullback, you get back in again. And you start it all over again. See, too many traders are trying to do this. They are trying to catch the entire move. This is what a novice does. A novice is trying to short and get all of this to the downside. You see that? They're trying to get in here. Boss, how do I get in here and stay in all the way down there? All right? Or the novice is trying to Foss, how do I get in down here and get out up here? That's what the novice does. They try to capture the entire move. The professional is going to chop it up and catch part of the move. See the difference? That's the difference. That's why you lose. You try. How many times have you been in a trade and it finally went in your direction? Finally! And you wind up losing it anyway. Put me in the chat. You get into a trade, you're so giddy, you don't know what to do. You're in. It's going. Yes. And then all of a sudden, you wind up getting out, whoop, down here. And you're like, holy moly, no. Look at all these people. Right. Me. Because you don't know risk to reward. You don't know market cycle. And we're going to teach you all of that in the VIP, all right? You'll never, ever be in a trade too long ever again. And you'll never, ever be in a trade too short ever again. So you're going to head over to theVossTrading.com. That is where you get into the VIP. It's going to bring you right to the VIP page. Boom, 2 seconds, you're done. And we will get to work immediately with you. So knowing risk to reward clears up a lot of things and market cycle, okay? These two things are going to fix two things for you. One, getting out too early. Getting out too early, that's number one. And what's number two? Holding too long. Because now you're going to be trained on risk to reward and market cycle. You are going to finally know, I got to get out of this trade because we're about to turn over. All right? What time in the morning is one of the biggest turnovers in the market? What is the biggest sleepy night? You're going to learn all that in the VIP, my brother. What is the biggest turnover time in the market? I'm afraid of these answers. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You got it. EST is going to be one of the biggest turnovers in the market. All right? So if you have a market that's going this way, around 10 o'clock, you better be ready possibly to start going that way. You're even going to get a pullback on a good trender, okay? If you're going down this way around 10 o'clock, you're going to probably start going back this way. Doesn't mean you're going to make it all the way to the top. You may go, whoop, back down this way. But you got to keep your eye out around 10 o'clock, okay? That is very, very important. Tyler, thank you for the comment. We love you over there. We love you. Thank you, Tyler. Make sure you're tapping Tyler Ken. Tyler Ken? Thank you so much for the comment. Caleb, thank you for the follow. JL Haba, yes. Thank you for those beautiful donuts, my beauties. We got to hammer these donuts. Let's go. Finish them. Thank you for all the follows. Yes, you guys are learning a lot in here, that's for sure. Now, let's pull this back. Trail profit. A novice does that, yes. So what a novice will do is when you get into a trade, a novice is going to start moving their stop loss up like this, okay? They're going to rely on this stop loss to hopefully get them out, and they trail. And the reason they trail is because they don't know what they're doing. They don't really get in profit that much, so when they finally do, they start using a stop loss to try to trail it. And another reason a novice does that is because they are so used to getting into a trade and it immediately goes against them. So what they try to do is they hope that if they put their stop loss in, they won't lose a lot. But most of the time, they're using free brokers like a Webull and a, Thinkorswim, and it's going to break right through their stop anyway and still stop them out and fill them bad. So that's what's going to happen to you a lot of times as a novice, okay? So that's why you're not going to be profitable. You show me a trader who trails their stop, I'm going to show you a losing trader 9 out of 10 times. All right, so here we go on SPY, my beauties. Let's go. Let's keep tapping. All right, in this state and position right here, am I looking to go short here? Am I looking to go short there? Sleepy night, a lot of times you'll have a lot of news that comes out, and that's where the market cycle likes to typically change. Angel's got a short there. Oof. Marwin, thank you. JL Haba, yes it No, we're not shorting here. But Voss, it went down. Doesn't matter. The position you're in. You're only going to get one leg to the downside here in a narrow state in this position. Exactly what you're going to get. So I am waiting down here. A professional waits. A novice chases. Remember that. Write that down. A novice will chase this. A professional will wait here. I want this move to back to the upside. I don't want this move. Well, Voss, it went down. Yes, 1 out of 10 times it'll do that. Okay, and you got lucky. But the next time you try to do it, okay, you try to go in for the short here on this bottoming tail candle, you're going to get wrecked. See it? So it may work 1 out of 10 times, but the other 9 times you're going to lose. So that's also why you're red every month. Okay, do we got that, everybody? Good. So when we are in this state to the downside and in this position, you are not looking to go short here. It may work this time, but the other 9 times, you are going to lose and lose big. I am looking down here to take a reversal back to the upside. Why? Why am I down here looking for a reversal? Tell me why. Let's go, my beauties. Hammer those donuts. What are we waiting for? Boom! Marwin, Striker, thank you. You have a few reasons. Okay? 1, you are looking for major support. And number 2, look where you are away from the heartbeat of the market. Okay? That is the problem. We are looking for major support to take that reversal back to the upside. Now, just because we're waiting, at the first sign of green, do we take it back to the upside? Okay, Voss says, wait, it's green. It's green here. Are we going to go up this way? Let me zoom in on this for you. Look, my beautiful traders. Voss says we're going the other direction. It's green. Are we taking a reversal here? No. What do we need in order to take a reversal? What do we need? Well, number 1, we need an event to occur in the market. Boom. I'm not talking about a news event. I'm talking about a candle event. The news, the news, the news. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. Remember that, okay? We are not trading directly into resistance, okay? You're looking for an event. You're looking for distance. And you'll learn from what in the VIP? You're looking for an event. You are looking for distance, okay? Or you're looking for a halt play. Now, you are going to learn all about distance, all about events, and all about halts in the VIP, all right? And then you take your move back to the upside on this. Now, let's go over to Miss Market, and let's keep going. What do we got? Whoa, I don't want to show that yet. We are in a narrow state here on Miss Market. That's where we open. Can you go long, yes or no? Can we go long there, my beautiful traders? Sure, you could go long in a narrow state in that position, sure. But you have to remember one thing. You are going for one leg to the upside. Why? Why are we only looking for one leg to the upside here? It's amazing how this happens every day over and over again. Isn't it, VIP? Isn't it? No, I'm being serious. Isn't it amazing how the same things occur in the market every day? Isn't it? Before you joined the VIP, you didn't know all of this. But now that you do, isn't it stupid? It's almost stupid. It's like, really? I was insulted when I learned how to trade the right way. I was insulted. I looked back on my old trades and I was like, oh my God, what a ding-dong I was. Because you are in this position. You are looking for resistance to head back that way. You are also starting to get a little wide here. I am not looking for longs under any circumstance until I get more narrow. I'll let SPY go. I'll let it go and look for something else because the odds tell me we are coming back, all right? The odds tell me we are coming back, and if it doesn't go back, we're going sideways, okay? See? See, look, right here. So what was the problem here? Look at your 200. Look at your 200. I'm going to take the 20 off for a second. What was the problem here on SPY? Look. You get your move back. That's what we're looking for. Am I looking to go long the rest of the day? No. Nope. And exactly what occurred. Went to sleep. Why? Because the market, you have two things that can occur when you gap up. What are those two things? When you get a gap up or gap down, only two things are going to happen. And I'm going to show this one right here is one of the two things. What are they? Sideways, resistance. But why? You got to know why. That's just the what. Right. Time is going to be on your side or against you, and a price. Okay? And in the VIP, you're going to learn all about why it gaps and why it naps or it goes down violently. You'll learn this in the VIP. Okay? But this is why you went sideways. You had to wait for the 20 to catch up to what? Look, ready? Boom. Right here to get back narrow. You don't want time. Because if you get time, you're going to do this when you're in the trade. You know how many novices get chopped up when time occurs after a gap? They get chopped up, traders. Bad. All right? So you never want time to occur. What do you want to occur? Well, let's look at the next day. You want violence back to the upside. Violence back to the upside. Okay? Violence back to the downside. This is what we want right here. This is what I want. Look at that. Goo, 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 goos. Why do I want that? Why do I want violence? Because day traders, we want momentum. See, here's the problem with most traders. They think this is momentum. You get a move to the upside. We got momentum. I'm going long. And then what happens? Wah, wah, wah. That's not momentum. The momentum already occurred. The momentum already occurred by the time you're getting in. So now the market cycle is going to do what, everybody? What's the market cycle going to do? Hello. Down goes Frazier. It's going to turn over. You're going to every time you get in a trade and it goes any other direction, it's because you enter wrong on the market cycle. You want to learn a little bit about market cycle right now? Who wants to learn a little bit about market cycle? You better hammer those donuts. We better hammer those donuts. I'll teach you a little something about market cycle, my beauties. All right? Let's go. We got a lot of donuts. What is everybody sleeping? Thank you, Hammer. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. Oh, no, I put 500. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. There was an extra zero in there. That's why everybody's like, what the hell? 50. Go get them. Why didn't you tell me? Sorry. Sorry. I put an extra zero. Well, hey, when you're streaming and teaching and trying to, it's like navigating an airplane here. All right. If you saw what you have to do here, traders, it ain't easy. All right. It's not that easy. Mr. Dave, thank you. Marwin, with the money gun. All right. A little bit of market cycle. Well, right here, it's showing it. I mean, it's right here, the market cycle. Okay. But let's do it for you. Let's break it out for you. Woo! Woo! Don't worry about my drawings, okay? But that is your cycle. And we're going to number them for you. You get a detailed market cycle training in the VIP. What is that, everybody? And don't get dirty. What is that, everybody? Thank you, Amanda, for the follow. Appreciate you. The bell curve, correctamundo. Now, VIPers, please do not answer this question. Okay? Seth Green says the market is simply at the top with a lot of economic pressure. All right, I got to do it. I just got to do it. The Wizard of Oz shall set you free. It goes out to you, Seth Green. The market is simply at the top, with a lot of economic pressure. That's coming from Seth Green, everybody. Would you like to learn from him? I got to protect myself from him. I can't let my brain get affected from his brain cells. So we gotta protect my brain. The Wizard of Oz, I'll set you free. Now we have traders out there who I don't even know what that means. All right, here we go. What numbers do we go long? You got 8 numbers here. Which ones can you take a long as a trader? Which numbers can you go long? VIP, do not answer this. Do not answer this, VIP. Three and 2. All right. So if you enter at 3 and 2, as soon as you get into a trade, it is immediately going to go against you. Okay? So it's not 2 and 3. Where are we entering, my beauties? 6. No, if you get caught in number 6, you're going to get nailed. Okay? So number 6, this is what happens. Let me do it in red. I'll give you an example of number 6. You got to move. Wrong color again. Come on, boss. You got to move to the downside. Okay? Number 6, you're trying to go long here. And then what happens? Wham! You get wrong. You get nailed in market cycle 2 to the upside. Okay? So you enter here, and then that's what happens to you. Okay? That's number 6. So we're not going long on number 6, my beauties. Forget it. You are going long at number 1 and number 7. Now, 90% of all traders lose in the market. 90. 9 out of 10. Okay? As you can see here, if you go long here, you lose. Let's do it this way. If you go long here, 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 or here, you're going to lose your trade. And you're going to lose it pretty quickly. Okay? Out of those 8 different cycle positions. So you have 2 chances out of 8 in order to take a long trade and win. Okay? So now you know why patience, most of trading is sitting on your hands. This is why. Patience and discipline. Because you only have 2 spots to go long in the market cycle. 2. Wild, right? Okay. So that's to the long side. If you want to take a short, if you want to take a short, what numbers are you going short on? Put them in the chat. What numbers are we going short, my beauties? All right, VIPers, tell them. What numbers are they going short? Three and 5. Okay? 3 and 5. If you try to go short here, 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 whoa. Here, or here, you're going to lose. So you only have 2 spots, again, to go short in the market. 2. So that's why when you get into a trade, you immediately lose in the markets, everybody. And we're going to teach you so much about market cycle. Your eyeballs are going to go like this. Once you look, and what we ask that you do, new VIPers, is look at your old trades after we train you, and this is what you're going to do. Are we ready? Oh my God. I got in at the wrong market cycle every time. That's why I lost. If I would have got in there, I would have, oh my God. Guys, VIPers, I need you to start recording your videos of when the crap moment happens to you. Can you do that for me, VIPers? Have someone record it for you without you knowing it. There's a bunch of fake bosses. This is the one that you're on now is my only account. I will never DM you anywhere. Okay? Anywhere. So that is a little bit about market cycle. Once again, to learn all of this, you are going to head over to thevoshtrading.com. This is where you're going to go to learn how to finally trade. I promise you, you are going to learn a lot. And I can guarantee you this one thing. Are we ready? I'm going to guarantee you something here. Link is in the bio, or just type that into your browser. At the very least, you're going to know a hell of a lot more. You're going to know a hell of a lot more than you know now. Right? What's up, Zen Method? Go give him hell, Zen. Seth Green, you're still here. Thank you. Seth's still here because he needs to learn. He's so upset with himself. See, this is what happens, traders. People are so down on themselves, they have to go into other people's life and try to bring them down to make themselves feel better. But isn't it amazing that this guy's been here the entire life? He's been here for 53 minutes. Everyone, W's in the chat for Seth Green. Over there, W's in the chat. Thank you, Seth, for being supportive. Let's go, Seth. Yes. Seth Green. We got him, baby. We got him. Most of the mutants become VIPers, just to let you know. And they wind up apologizing. Seth, it's okay, my brother. I hope we're helping you. Hammer, adorable dad. Our next VIPer. Yep, you got, but he won't come in as Seth Green. I guarantee it. All right, here we go. Google, here we go, my traders. Write this down. What state is Google in tomorrow? What state? Douglas, is that moving average a 9, 10, 13, or 21? Neither. That is neither. Thank you, Fifth Element. I appreciate you. Neutral. Correct. Google will be in a neutral state. What about SPY tomorrow? What will SPY be in? What will SPY be in? Elliot, thank you for the rose. Thank you, Elliot. SPY will be narrow. SPY will be narrow. It's close, though, Sue, but that's narrow, okay? Amazon. What state will Amazon be in? What state is Amazon? You got to be able to spit these out quick, folks. Neutral, yes. Tesla. Whoa, that's not Tesla. Whoa, that's not Tesla. Tesla. What state is Tesla in? Let's go. You got to be able to spit it out. Sergeant, save a bro. You got to get in the VIP, and that's going to change quick. Narrow. Nvidia, what state are we in? Let's go. Boom. Wide, yes. Robinhood, what state are we in on the hood of Robin? Wide, yes. You see? See? Now, once you learn states like the back of your hand, you learn positions, and you learn cycle, you already will be a 10 times better trader than you are now. 10 times better trader. Right now, you don't know any of this. So you have no clue what's going on. You're just guessing in the market over and over and over again. Okay? That's all you're doing, traders. You're still learning your states, bet? Oh, good. You will. And then once you learn your states, you're going to say, why took me so long to learn these? Because you're overcomplicating it. See, traders that overcomplicate trading are the smartest people they think in the room, but they're the dumbest. So you have RSI, you have MACD, we got volume, we got a VWAP, Bollinger Bands. This is what a novice trader looks like. They will never get rid of these. Never, because they don't know how to trade. So they really think these things are going to make them profitable eventually. It'll never make them profitable. Never. If you take these off their chart, boom, and you have to trade like that, they're done. They're done. They're already done. Okay? They are already done, my beauties. Done. And the reason they have all of this on their chart is because they're desperate. They're desperate to make money. They are so sick of losing. They think the more they add to their chart, the better they're going to become. It's actually going to make them lose more. How many of you had a chart as a trader at one time with all those things on it? Put me in the chat. Who here had all those things on your chart at one time? Boop, boop, boop. Did it work? A lot of me's in here. Molly, Zen, finish those roses. Did it work, my beauties? Nope. It says no, 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 no. It's not going to work. I promise you. I promise you it's not going to work. Okay, my beauties? So you got to learn how. Listen, the choice is yours. Here's your choices, traders. Very important. You can keep doing what you're doing now, hoping that it gets better. Okay? That's choice number one. You can keep doing what you're doing, hoping that it gets better. You can join the VIP community, and I know it's going to get better. Okay? Or three, you're going to quit. Those are your three choices right here. Hoping, wasting time. But if you do this one, you are eventually going to quit. Or get in the VIP and you're going to get better. Folks, it's that simple. It is that simple, okay? I promise you. 9 out of 10 people lose in the markets, and those people use VWAP. That's the answer, VWAP. You know what's crazy about this? My mentor, who's invented swing trading, by the way, he's one of the greatest traders on the planet. We had a long discussion about VWAP, because I used to have it on my chart as an amateur too. And do you realize that volume is the most manipulated indicator you could possibly use? They are actually relying on the volume weighted average price, the most manipulated indicator they have on their screen. Oh, my Lord. It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame what's out there. Terrible. Thank you, DU, for the follow. Good Rich. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Shelly Stringer. Good Rich. Bill Boyle. Molly. Zen. Elliot. Hammer. Adorable Dead. Shelly Stringer. Zen Method. Oh, wow. Stevie B. Striker. Mr. Dave. Christopher Marwin. Rev. Keith Adilla. Julie B. Hustle. J.L. Haba. Joey Bennett. Bill Boyle. Andrew the Believer. Mr. Dave. Robin Bird. Candy. Pop-Up. Hammer. Angel Whispering. Patron, thank you. The Russian Hammer, thank you. Mr. SLG, Sue Felicia. And Andrew the Believer, the first gifter of the day. What is that? Shelley Stringer. Boom! Zed Method. Boom! Thank you so much. The Superwoman. You are super, Shelly Stringer. Shelly! The Hanging Lights. Boom! Let's go, everybody. Here's a question I have for the non-VIPers. Well, to the VIPers. Should the non-VIPers get into VIP today? Yes or no? Should the non-VIPers get into the VIP today? Right there, thevostrtrading.com. The link is also in the bio. Thank you, Dance Hall. Look at all of these yeses. Look at all of these yeses. Look at this. Look at all of these yeses. And that is where you go to get in the VIP. Or you could be like the wise man and be broke. Sorry you're broke, wise man. You're not so wise. You're not so wise. Yes, at least it gives you a chance. That's it. It at least will give you a chance to actually learn. Guys, stop gambling. Gambling will not get you anywhere. Give somebody a hug today. Make the world a better place, my beautiful traders, okay? We are here for you. We will help you. There's no doubt about that. But the choice is up to you. Only 102,000 likes today. We got to work on that on the weekends, my beauties, all right? Have a great rest of your Sunday. Make it count.